All right. So I'm looking at the new one.
No, that's the old one.
Okay.
Should be here. I hope so. It's just I did a bit on the second.
Okay.
I sort of blurted out the last half, and I needed to what's the word? Rearrange it and make it sound like English.
So it might be something like one actor playing multiple roles in a film. Remember, we're talking about genre as a comic trope. Trope just means a thing that happens a lot, yeah?
Okay.
So here, introduction. Where's our Greek stuff, our Roman stuff?
That's on the catalogue. I haven't put that in my presentation script yet.
So that needs to go in there.
Do you want me to send you the I think I did send you the catalogue already.
Yeah, I think you did.
Also, I don't really know what to write for each slide. Like, if I knew what I was writing, what the title of each slide was, then I could just fill in the content, but I don't really know actually what to base each one on.
Well, let's see if we can put some shape to it now.
The Roman comedy one, that one.
Yeah, here. So you say as far back as Plautus in Roman times.
Yes, next door.
In the office. Got different actors changing roles within a single piece was a common comic trope. And for C.W. Marshall, in his book Stage Writing Performance of Roman Comedy, says blah blah blah, quote, yeah, cinema too has used this back to its very earliest days. Chaplin in blah 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 played da 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 da. Laurel and Hardy were frequently seen in multiple roles in their films. In Bratz, they played their children. In blah blah blah, they played their wives. Yeah. Clip from, make those your items. Yeah. So, for example, item 5 could be YouTube of Bratz.
What, in the catalogue?
Yeah, you put it in and you say, "Oh, look, here's a clip from Bratz," and then you're showing the thing that you're talking about. Okay.
Okay.
And then your question is how. So in my presentation, I'll be looking at some examples of characters of actors using multiple roles as part of their comic technique. And I'll be looking at these 3 films, item 1, item 2, item 3. Interestingly, all 3 of these actors are connected in that, I mean, I don't know whether you said it's the beginning or the end, but the really significant thing is that for Peter Sellers, Alec Guinness is a kind of acting hero, and he's strongly influenced by that.
Okay.
Mike Myers strongly influenced by both Guinness and Sellers. All right, that is going to be your actually clinching idea.
Please, can I make like little notes of this on the thing?
I'm recording all this, so you can just play it back to yourself.
Oh, I didn't realise.
Yeah. So you can
the screen.
No. I'm recording everything, so you should be able to hear us.
That's
and then you can put your headphones on and go through it. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay. So. Get your Roman stuff in here, and then follow it up with Chaplin, because that's kind of 1915 or something like that. You can have a clip from that if you want, and then follow it up with Laurel and Hardy. You've said what I just said,
but I need to emphasise how from Doctor Strangelove he was an idol.
But the question is, do you want to give that away? I mean, that would be a really interesting.
This is the old one, by the way.
Oh, sorry.
You can just X that.
That would be a really interesting conclusion. So you might want to save it up to the end. Okay.
From where you can like hear, that's where it's mumbo jumbo.
Okay. Yeah, so I wouldn't say who's doing this, what are people doing it. What I think I would say something along the lines of what I want to analyze is the effect, the comic effect of this in the three films I'm looking at. You're not really kind of interested in the.
So I shouldn't let it influence it. Because I just see the example one you sent me by that Jack Twitchen. What was his name?
Twitchen, yeah.
I literally just tried to follow his slides, but of course everyone's coursework is different, so it's stupid to do that.
So structurally, introduce your three films. You're going to take them in order. You're going to start with Kind Hearts and Coronets, okay? And I think there you've got to say something about Alec Guinness's career and how he was part of the kind of Ealing system, and he was seen at the time as a kind of chameleon who disappeared into the roles.
Okay.
As well as being a kind of prominent stage actor, he sort of became this comic chameleon. And they decided, the Bolting brothers, I think it was them, to take advantage of this in the film. So part of the joke of the film is that Dennis Price, in his character in killing the whole of the Gascoigne family, is killing the same person again and again. It's like a kind of, as that guy said, it's like a meta joke going on here. Like, if it was a straight story, then it would just be, he kills this character, this character, this character, but actually he's killing them again. And that repetition is kind of funny in itself, an underlying theme. So I would start by analysing that one. And then I would move on to Dr. Strangelove and say there were different reasons why.
For each of these, should I do a new slide?
Well, the thing is, you don't need to do slides. You could just take the whole slide thing out. There are other examples there where basically you're just writing your script and then naming the item and saying, okay, I would now show this.
Okay.
Yeah?
Right.
So slides, it's not important.
All right.
You'll see the examples I sent you, there are different structures to each of them. So then I would move on to Dr. Strangelove and say something along the lines of, well, Peter Sellers was similarly known for being able to subsume himself into his comic roles. Kubrick originally hadn't planned for him to play all the characters that he did, but as he says here, why would you pay once for an actor? Why would you pay once and get one actor when you could pay the same amount and get two actors or three actors to three brilliant actors? Yeah. So that's your argument for that one, saying, okay, well, Kubrick said it's just a financial thing. But again, I don't think that one works in the same way, because he's playing characters he's playing the president, he's playing the English RAF guy, and he's playing Strangelove. Yeah. But what you could say is interesting about the change is that Alec Guinness, very scripted, classical actor on stage, and what we see happening in Kubrick in Strangelove is that improvisation, and you could show that scene where he's doing the Nazi salute and the people laughing in the background, and Kubrick saying, I just kept the camera rolling, which is quite a modern comic thing if you think about, Will Ferrell and all those people now, where they just keep the camera rolling, all those outtakes you see in The Heat or whatever. Then I would move on to Goldmember, and I would talk about. So by this time,
he also said that not Alec Guinness, but Peter Sellers was an inspiration for him. So it's like a chain going back.
So you might want to say that there when you're going in. So Peter Sellers was a very strong influence on Mike Myers. Here's a quotation from him in this interview saying that. Item 8, whatever it might be. That's okay. By the time Goldmember was made, there had been this as a kind of idea, as a comic idea, had become far more established. You see, I don't think it's there. I think it's where improv comedy has been going on. And I would say particularly, I would name Eddie Murphy here. And I would talk about Coming to America. Look at the dates. I think Coming to America is before Goldmember. I'm not sure if Norbert is. But you could talk about how prosthetics and particularly